This is a topic that so many parents and students talk about during the school year. We're talking about bullying, and very often it's something that your child will have to deal with at one point during the year.
Yeah, the most common questions are, what are my rights as a parent? And what do I do to talk with my child about this? News 19's Christy Calcagno has a breakdown of resources available to families and the importance of speaking up against bullying before it's too late.
I attempted to commit suicide at 12 years old. It was the pressure of not fitting in. It was the uncomfortableness of being an individual, just really not knowing how to be comfortable with me.
You just heard raw honesty from Tiffany J., an anti-bullying and self-esteem advocate. She has a personal connection with not feeling heard and not knowing where to turn.
We all have that place where we open up, but a lot of kids that I see me in, they just kind of stand off to themselves. They do a lot of thinking.
She says her silence was mistakenly recognized as being quiet, when in actuality, it was a loud internal cry. She now dedicates herself to empowering students to speak up and combat bullying.
I had the idea to do a children's book series, long story short. Super Beauty was the idea came about. We actively promote anti-bullying, self-love, and confidence.
In 2006, South Carolina passed the Safe School Climate Act. The law outlines harassment, intimidation, or bullying as behaviors that have a visible impact on the student or their property. While teachers and administrators are usually the first line of defense when it comes to addressing bullying in schools, there are standards across the state for what districts are expected to do about it.
There is a model policy that's kind of in place that school districts can implement, kind of use from to kind of come up with these policies on how to handle bullying and harassment. These procedures and processes for these policies should be available or are supposed to be available on the school district website for schools.
So where does South Carolina stand when it comes to bullying? According to the Wallet Hub, the Palmetto State ranked 22nd in the nation for bullying problems in the previous year. The South Carolina Department of Education is required under federal and state law to track bullying incidents. Jason Raven with the State Department says they want to keep open communication with parents and share available data and step in when necessary.
We just think having that information and those resources are helpful for parents to kind of understand what's going on in their child's school.
The latest report card numbers show during the 2022-2023 school year, the highest number of bullying and harassment incidences are Richland 2 and Lexington 1 each with 203. Lexington Richland 5 with 106, and Orangeburg with 95. The report also shows on a scale of 1 to 10, the lowest percent of student perceptions on safety were in Calhoun and Richland 2 school districts. Tori Kelly Campbell is the coordinator of social work services in Richland 1 school district. She emphasizes the importance of sociability.
If we teach our kids appropriate social skills, then it helps them to recognize when bullying occurs. It also helps them to advocate for themselves because that is a piece of social emotional learning.
She suggests that parents schedule a meeting with the principal to address bullying concerns.
We have advocates for our students. We also provide brochures and literature on bullying that is directed at parents to let parents know that we have systems in place.
And if you can't resolve the issue at the district level, concerns can be brought to a conflict management professional at the State Department of Education who will act as a neutral third party. While most district policies look similar, there are nuanced differences in language between them, all of which can be found on your child's school district's website.
Cyberbullying is also a major concern for parents when their child heads back to school, and that's why the State Department of Education says they are planning soon to draft a policy banning the use of cell phones and other personal electronic devices, which could start as soon as the upcoming school year.